eyes for a minute. Close your eyes for a second. I won't change my
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon. My name is Keith Carrington. I am the proud principal of North Division High School, home of the Mighty Blue Devils. I would like to take this time to welcome all of our family, our friends, staff members, district personnel, our North Division alumni family, and partners to the commencement ceremonies for the graduating class of 2020. Students, you are now a part of one of the greatest fraternities in the world. You are now a part of the North Division alumni family. Please don't take this lightly. Be proud to be a Blue Devil. Everywhere you go, be proud to wear your colors. Represent the blue and white with pride and integrity as you walk in the streets, as you talk to your families, as you head on to college or the career of your choice. Know that you are a part of a phenomenal fraternity, and you will always have the North Division alumni to lean back on for any advice or any support as you begin your journey into your next phase of life. There are so many people across this country that have graduated from North Division, and they are making huge contributions to their communities. Trust me, you will do the same. I'm asking that all of our families, members, and friends that have helped to make this day possible, please give yourself a virtual hug and or a pat on the back. Please make sure that you are practicing social distancing and being safe as possible. I'll wait. Next, I would like all of the North Division staff to please take a virtual stand right now. Students, these teachers have worked tirelessly over the years to make sure you had what you needed. Now, that doesn't mean you always agreed with your teacher. As a matter of fact, it doesn't mean you always liked your teacher. But know this, your teachers were here for you every single step of the way. And they are one of the reasons why you're here today. So students, I'm going to pause right now, and I want you to celebrate the staff at North Division High School. I'll wait. Class of 2020, just know that I truly, truly, truly love you. It is amazing that we both started on this journey here at North Division at the exact same time. Most of you have been here the entire 4 years that I've been here. And I have seen you grow from being a squirrely ninth grader to a man or a young woman who is ready to tackle this world. And the crazy thing about this world is the world that you are getting ready to face is a new world. With the COVID-19 pandemic, it has completely changed how we live and how we relate and how we do school. So you are walking into uncharted waters. But you know what, friends? And I do call you my friends. This is an awesome opportunity for you. And I believe that your education in North Division has well prepared and equipped you to tackle this new world, this new norm, this new reality. I am so proud of you. I am so excited to be your principal. I can remember the many conversations that a lot of us had those first couple of years about what classes to take, or should I go down this NAV track, or what should I do, Mr. Carrington? And I said, follow your heart and follow your dreams. One of my sayings here at North Division is, since I've been here, is don't believe what you hear about North Division, but believe what you see. And when I stand and I look at the number of students who are graduating today, you make me proud to be your principal. I am so honored to watch you grow over these 4 years. I'm excited about your future. And remember that your past has shaped your future, but it doesn't define you. Your zip code does not define you. Your economic status does not define you. And I tell you, and I've told you this every single day, I don't care what people say about you, but you are worth more than gold. You are great. You are kings. You are queens. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that you will make an impact not only on this community, but on this world. Because there is nothing like a blue devil. There's nothing like it. As I said, this new world that you are embarking on, it's so different. It is so different, but I think that you're well prepared. So students, here are a few points that I want to leave with you. And for some of you, this may be the very last time that Mr. Carrington can give you a bit of advice. But the advice that I want to leave with you is something that my former teachers and principals and my mentors have kind of given me into insight as I'm here today. So it's 5 quick points. And students, you know I love to talk. So I'm going to try to keep these very brief. So number 1, be better than you were yesterday. Strive to be great. Every single day in my announcements, I tell you, you need to be better than you were yesterday. So if yesterday was a bad day, then the goal for today is to be better than yesterday. And then the next day, be better than yesterday. If you're in a class and you didn't do well on that day, then today is going to be a better day. I'm going to work that much harder to make sure that I achieve my goals. Number 2, listen to those who have gone on before you. And I know it's hard to listen sometimes to what you guys like to call as the old folks. They don't know what we're talking about. They don't understand our language. But you know what? They will give you so much insight. And you know what? If I had listened to some of the older individuals and folks who I've met around during my journey, some of the pitfalls that I had made, I probably could have avoided those if I simply listened. So again, listen to those. Listen to your mother and your father and your grandmother and your grandfather. And guess what? If those folks are not in your life, find a trusted adult. When you go to college, find your class advisor, your friends and your professors and your teaching assistants. Because again, their goal is to make sure that you are successful. So again, listen to those who have gone on before you. Number 3, work harder than the next person. This goes in line with what I said with number 1, be better than you were yesterday. But I want you to work hard. If you go to college, your goal should be a 4.0. Not a 3.5, not a 3.0, but a 4.0 GPA. That should be your goal. But you know what? I know some of you, as I talk to you, college is not your first option. So if you get a career, if you get your own job, if you strive to be an entrepreneur, work hard, study, read, pray, meditate, but work harder than the next person. Because you know what? There's somebody right now who's working harder. So your job is to work harder than them. Number 4, invest in your community. Be an asset to your community. Don't be a liability. Add value to your community. In the city of Milwaukee right now, we are desperate. We are desperate for young people that are educated and well equipped to make a difference in our community. So again, invest in your community. Now, there's some of you who are going to move out of the city of Milwaukee or the state of Wisconsin. Well, guess what? Wherever you lay your feet, wherever you lay your head, make sure that you invest in that community and that you become an asset. As I said before, you are a Blue Devil. And Blue Devils don't settle for less. So again, remember, invest in your community. And my last bit of advice, save more and spend less. Build equity in yourself. Your clothes and shoes don't define you. It's what's in your head. It's what's in your heart. It's how you treat people. So again, save more and spend less. And I guarantee you that is the pathway to success. I'm going to close by saying this. I no longer call you students. I call you family. You are now a part of my family. And for the rest of my life, I will call you family. I am so, so, so proud of you. Again, as I stated, we started this journey together 4 years ago. And the unfortunate part is I can't hug you. I can't give you a handshake due to the coronavirus. So we have to be safe and practice social distancing. But just know this, from the bottom of my heart, I truly love and respect you. Nipsey Hussle says it best. The marathon continues. Go forth, my friends, and do great things. Thank you.
Hello, Milwaukee Public Schools class of 2020. I'm Dr. Keith P. Posley, the proud superintendent of Milwaukee Public Schools, and I'm delighted to share a message with you as we participate in this special occasion. None of us would have ever guessed that we would be in this unique position today, a virtual graduation. No other class of students have been faced with a situation that this group of young people endured. You have been faced with completing your K-12 education during an unprecedented times. Even though you have experienced an abrupt school closure during the final year, I congratulate you for having the courage and fortitude to finish strong. But because of this unusual circumstance, you and your classmates are truly a special class. Your ability to stand tall during the changes and your drive to complete your education is commendable. The class of 2020 is more resilient, talented, and resourceful, and more prepared than other high school class for enduring this public health crisis. I am confident and inspired by the way you all have leaned in and advocated. You all have called me, emailed me, as well as other members of the district. So that shows me that you have courage and know how to speak up for yourself. Remember that the education that you have received cannot be taken away from you. It will only open doors. The world is ready for you. You will make a difference creating a strong future. As you move forward confidently in the next steps of your journey, I want to encourage you to never forget your years as an MPS student, as an MPS graduate, and to share your gifts with others and remain lifelong learners. Embrace your learning and continue to move forward with your studies. To our parents, guardians, family members, friends, community members, special guests, and staff, thank you for standing with our young people, supporting them, and never giving up on them along this journey. As the superintendent of the Milwaukee Public Schools, I am proud of your accomplishments. I celebrate your college acceptance, scholarship awards, military acceptance, and post-secondary career offers. Congratulations, graduates. We're expecting great things from you. Stay positive during these challenging times. Even though this is your last chapter in high school, you will always be the first. You make me truly MPS proud. I salute the class of 2020.
Before I start, I would like to dedicate this speech to both sides of my family. I want to inspire not only my 3 younger siblings, but my friends, my fellow classmates, and possibly my own future children. Today is not just the day I make history by becoming the first valedictorian on both sides, but the day I become a woman. I promise not only to myself, but to my peers that this won't be the last accomplishment I make. Hello, my name is Aaliyah Ray, and this is just my beginning. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and the fellow graduates of the class of 2020. As of March 13th of this year, our lives have tremendously changed. I can remember it like yesterday. I was at work when I got the text that there was no school the following Monday. Around an hour later, a co-worker told me that school was closed until mid-April. Later on in April, we would learn from the media that schools would be closed for the rest of the year. We knew how serious this virus is, but we just didn't know how bad it would affect us. I know how devastated many of you are. If you're a graduating junior, I feel for you. Not being able to attend your first and last prom would have hurt me too. I know those of us who were excited for the senior trip were bummed out when it was canceled. I know not being able to have a regular graduation like everyone before us did took a toll on us. I'm sorry this had to happen. It's sad to admit this, but these stages of events we are going through now won't be the last catastrophes that will happen in our lives. Before I elaborate on my journey of becoming valedictorian, I would like to ask you all a question. When you hear the word focus, what comes to mind? If someone told me as a freshman that I would one day aspire to become valedictorian, I would have laughed right in their face. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would strive to be in the position I am in today. Believe it or not, there was a time where I was supposed to be salutatorian. I didn't think that was a fitting title for me. I was so convinced that I should have not been a salutatorian that I was becoming frustrated. At the beginning of this year, well, school year-wise, there was a constant reminder that I was second in rank. I was told that I would have to get another 4.0 in order to bring my cumulative GPA up just to get this academic title. As if that one 4.0 I thrived for wasn't enough. I kept asking myself, what can I do to get to where I want to be? Because I didn't want to be known as second anymore. It didn't take long for me to realize that the answer was to focus. Sometime during the first semester of our senior year, I was becoming tired of doing every assignment given to me, knowing that there was a possibility that completing them wouldn't make a difference. There were multiple times where I wanted to give up, but that didn't last long because that's just something I didn't do. There was so much sacrifice for this. I did my assignments during lunch, asked teachers what I could do to better my grade, encouraged and helped those who needed help, and limited my distractions. When I found out I accomplished this, it made me question if I deserved it. This just goes to show that I was so used to seeing people pass me up. A title that took patience, hard work, self-isolation, and determination to get finally paid off. The question I previously asked was, when you hear the word focus, what comes to mind? Some of you might think of the art of photography, while Others of you might think of concentrating on something for a very long time. I thought about my future. When you research focus, you will find multiple meanings. What I did was look for someone with a similar story as I, because I couldn't define focus in my own eyes. I could talk about myself for hours, but I would like to talk about the idea of success. It's different for everyone. We all dream of it, we all want to live it. If somebody told you differently, they didn't want to admit it. This desire of being the one on top is probably the most common and relatable feeling we all share. While watching videos to look for my own inspiration on YouTube, I came across a person that we all know, whether it's by their music, fashion brand, or spiritual and political beliefs. This person has an unforgettable name. During a video I've watched, he spoke on why he did not just want to be a producer, but also a rapper. He was laughed at for wanting to chase a dream that his peers thought wasn't attainable of reaching. What stood out to me was when he said, "I'm not stepping on the court to make it to the playoffs. I'm trying to leave with the trophy." Over the past few years, he showed the world that with focus and a great amount of determination, that anything is possible. This man is self-made billionaire Kanye West. The thing about working your way to the top is that there's going to be obstacles that are going to be in your way, whether the game is fair or not. When you're excluded for so long because of differences, you don't care about being included anymore. We all hear about success, but never how to get there. Here are some words of advice that I hope you will remember. Don't allow that one mistake you made back from who knows when stop you from succeeding with your own success. That doesn't define you. Focus. It's more to life than what we have now. Make it yours. Focus. Yes, you may lose friends in the process. I have. Yes, you may have doubts. I did. People are going to want you to be everything but you. I guarantee if you stay true to yourself, you'll get far. Your biggest fan is yourself. If you don't want an idea of success for yourself, nobody else will. This is why it is important to stay focused. I would like to thank every teacher that ever taught me, to Ms. Ehrman and Mr. McGee, who sadly left to go work at another school. Not only did you teach me every part of science in a way where I could understand it, but you also made me fall in love with it. Mr. Koff, you helped inform not only me, but other students on current world events that are typically ignored. You structured my future. Ms. Bronikowski, for not being afraid to challenge me when it came to every math assignment. Ms. Thomas, thank you for revising my speech when you didn't have to. Ms. Maggie for introducing me to engineering. Ms. Island for not only sparking a bigger interest for me to join the health field, but along with Ms. Brown and other staff who are in an AKA sorority, thank you for investing your time, patience, and contributions. Mr. Sitchin and Mr. Robinson for helping guide me and lending an ear when I needed someone to talk to. Ms. Jorgensen and Ms. Collins for educating me on how important it was to have student rights and to fight for your education. To teachers I didn't have, I would like to thank you for all the efforts you made in sticking with MPS. To my fellow security guards, thank you for helping me decide on which paths to take during the school year. To my mentor, Jesse, good looking out. It's been an honor to be under your wing. I hope you take my story and use it on the next kid after. To Mr. Carrington, thank you for being the first principal I've ever built a relationship with during my tenure. To Ms. Joan Ward for giving me a chance and an opportunity I would never forget when she didn't have to. You all opened up doors to me that would have remained closed if I didn't want an idea of success for myself. To the friends I have, thank you for not abandoning me despite my isolation towards you to reach the pinnacle I plan to reach. To my family, thank you for not overdoing it and pushing me to reach every single one of my goals. It built my self-motivation and allowed me to stimulate myself. I know I didn't let any of you down and I wouldn't ever want to. Before we part ways, I would like to congratulate you all. It's been a chaotic school year. It's been great getting to know the majority of you, and if I don't know you, there's still time. I wish greatness for each and every one of you. Please stay safe for not only your own good, but your families. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Essence Rose, and I attend North Division High School, and I'm Salutatorian. Good evening, parents, teachers, administration, and class of 2020. During these past 4 years, we have honestly spent time together as a family, a North Division family. We have shared good times together. Seniors and juniors were all appreciated, and we enjoyed spending fun time together, especially during prom. The kids were enjoying themselves for the first time and coming out their comfort zone. Another thing that I enjoyed were fun and educational features that we went on, like MATC, the Milwaukee Film Festival, and the Art Museum with Ms. Jorgensen. Like any family, we have also been through some bad times together, like having our phones confiscated at the exit. And of course, we do not agree with it, but that's just something we have to deal with. One good thing I can say, despite that we had bad lunches sometimes, we still have good snacks to depend on. Thank you, Mr. Sitchin, and thank you, Ms. Bradford. Most importantly, all of these experiences have helped us to develop us into young adults, ready to take on new responsibilities. For example, we as students took a stand and actively participated in the Black Lives Matter movement. North Division participation in important social issue as equality for all people empowers me with the confidence I can also make a difference in this world. So thank you, Ms. Jorgensen, for helping us stay politically involved. Thank you, Mr. Canton, for being a good principal that you are. And to all of our teachers, we greatly appreciate you for the love and hard work that you installed in us in the classroom and beyond. Now on this awesome graduation day, I am reminded how much the world has changed only in a few months. I never imagined having a virtual graduation. And it is an American tradition to walk across the stage, shake your principal's hand, hug your favorite teacher, and with your diploma in your hand. Walk into a new life as high school graduate. Yes, things have changed in our lives in defined ways, but it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to the situation. My message to you, my fellow classmates, is a positive message. In spite of the challenges that we face today, we are triumphant, and we are the next generation of leaders who will rise up and make this world a better place. Continue on with your dreams to succeed. You will believe it, then you can achieve it. This fall of 2020, I will be continuing my education. I will be enrolled at MATC, whether virtual classes or traditional physical classes. I'm going on with my career goals, and I encourage you to do the same. Keep on going with God on your side. You can do anything great. My words of encouragement of class of 2020 is that we shall overcome someday. I know that we overcome the difficulties that we face today, and we will see better days tomorrow for our families and generations to come. Thank you once again to our parents, teachers, our friends, and who have helped us along the way. Thank you.
I'm Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, and I just want to take a moment to congratulate you on all your hard work that's gotten you to this momentous day. Now, I know this isn't the high school graduation ceremony that any of you envisioned as you studied hard for your exams, stayed up late working on projects, and dedicated your time and energy to extracurriculars and enriching your community. But that doesn't mean that your efforts are any less worthy of recognition. In fact, this virtual ceremony demonstrates just how much all of you had to go through to get here today, and how much you deserve this honor. We all know that graduating from high school can already be a challenge, and all you had to do it during a literal pandemic. Having to miss your prom, your final seasons of sports, your last band and choir concerts, these are important moments that none of you should have had to sacrifice. Not to mention the daily challenges of staying home and not being able to see your friends, or having to share screens with your siblings or your parents for school. And I know that some of you had to face even more serious struggles as a result of the pandemic's impact on our healthcare system and on our economy. You all have had to grow up much faster than any other generation. But with each day you stayed home, you've endured these challenges. You haven't just kept your family and your community safer, you've become stronger and more resilient too. And as an NPS graduate and a Milwaukee native, you've made me incredibly proud to represent you and to represent our entire community. You all are doing your part to get us out of this crisis and getting us to a time where we can all hang out with each other once again in person, or go out to eat at our favorite restaurants, and hug our grandparents, and all the others you've had to remain physically distant from. So congratulations once again, seniors. After all you've been through in the last couple months, I know you'll be able to take on any challenge that comes your way. And I look forward to witnessing the change that you all bring as you continue to shape our future. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jeanette Kowalik, and I'm the Commissioner of Health for the City of Milwaukee. I'm also an NPS graduate. I graduated from John Marshall High School in 1997. So I want to just thank you all for just the continued support. Again, thank you for the opportunity for being here and to be able to just acknowledge all the great work that has happened. Class of 2020, you definitely are the true MVPs. You are definitely representing a time period where the world has really paused, and some people would say fallen apart. But because of the time period that we're in, this is an opportunity for you all to lead and to really change how we're moving through society. This is a very important time. With that being said, I just want to give you a couple of points of inspiration moving forward from this point in time. So first of all, please realize that you're graduating during a pandemic is a sign of greatness, tenacity, and courage. For you all to have to go through this and you're still able to maintain, you're holding your head high, and you're using technology to do creative things to still communicate with other people, as well as really make a name for yourself and figure it out. So the next is time away. So sometimes you need time away from the distractions of regular life. So kicking it, going out, actually going to class, what are you going to wear, how are you presenting yourself? There's a lot that goes into being out and about. During this pandemic, since there's no school, you've had the ability to learn from home, but it also gives you the time to be still and really figure out who you are and how do you want to present yourself. So that reflection time is very valuable. Most people don't have that. Most people are living someone else's life, living other people's expectations for them, whether it's their family, whether it's their community, other social groups, church, you name it. So figuring out who are you and what is your authentic expression of who you are, and doing that now. So again, using this pandemic time to really figure out who you are and how you want to express yourself and what type of career you want to have for yourself, what brings you joy, what sparks that passion in you, and then pursue that. Whatever sparks joy in you, follow that. That's a sign that you're getting closer to where you need to be in life. Again, look for opportunities to lead, even if it's in your household, if it's in your community. When you see a problem needs to be fixed, it's easy to gripe and complain about it, but what are you doing to make it better? You know, how can you say, I helped fix that problem? Really think about that in your approach and how you're investing energy in the various situations. So in closing, I just want to, again, acknowledge you all for graduating during a pandemic, and you are the chosen ones. You are the true MVPs. And the rest of us will continue to support you because remember, we're starting a new decade. So you're going to change the tide of how things are done for years to come. So again, congratulations, and thank you for the opportunity to address the class of 2020.
MPS graduating class of 2020. It is truly an honor for me to be here today speaking to you. I know it's not necessarily how you thought your graduation would look or what you dreamed it up to be, but that doesn't take anything away from what you've accomplished. You should be extremely proud of that diploma that you're holding in your hand. Virtual or not, you have earned it, and nobody can take that away from you. It's a thrill for me to be here. I grew up just down the road in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I spent many days at County Stadium watching the Brewers play, at the Bradley Center watching the Bucks and the Admirals play, and I'm sure many of you right now are looking at me like, what's County Stadium? Which makes me feel very old, but it's a great place that the Brewers used to play, and Bernie used to slide down into a massive keg of beer. That's neither here nor there. That's just me going down memory lane, and I'm sure your parents know what I'm talking about. But anyways, back to why I'm here today. I'm here to celebrate you guys. I'm here to celebrate your graduation, everything that you've accomplished, and also hopefully give you a bit of advice as you head into the next chapter of your life. And I'm not here to take up too much of your time. I know that you've had Zoom meetings, Zoom classes, Zoom everything for the last few months. So the last thing you want to do is sit here and listen to me talk. But I'm going to try and hopefully give you a little bit of advice that can help you as you move on. You've just accomplished something great. You've gone through the whole school system, you went and graduated high school, and you've done something to make yourself and your families extremely proud.
Don't move on to the next step without taking a second to acknowledge that. Pat yourself on the back a little bit and be proud of yourself. You've just done something great. You should take a second to be proud of that. And then once you're done with that, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, the next day, ask yourself what's next. Maybe you're headed off to college. Maybe you're headed off into the workforce. Whatever it may be, you're headed into a brand new chapter of your life. And the most beautiful part about that is you get to decide what that chapter looks like. You're the person holding the pen that's going to write your story in that next 4 or 5 years. What does that look like for you? How are you going to make it as great as you can possibly make it? Ever since high school, I've had a motto that I've lived my life by. Dream big, work hard. My parents have always tried to instill in me that you can do anything you want in this world as long as you have big enough dreams and you're willing to put in the time, effort, and energy to make those dreams a reality. That's what I encourage you guys to do as you head into that next chapter. I encourage you to have big dreams. Whatever you want to do, whether it's sports, whether you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, whether you want to be a teacher, whether you want to inspire the next generation, whether you want to do charitable work, whatever it is that you want to do, I encourage you to dream as big as you can possibly dream. Don't ever let anybody tell you that your dreams are not realistic. When I was in middle school, we had to write a paper on what we wanted to be when we were growing up. I wrote I want to be an NFL player. The teacher wrote back that my paper was good, but asked me to maybe create some more realistic dreams. Well, I am in the NFL, so that came true. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go on to be an NFL player or whatever it is, but I want you to believe in yourself that much, and I want you to have dreams that big. Because the only way you can accomplish them is if at first you think of them and you believe in them. The second part of accomplishing those big dreams is the hard work. You have to be willing to put in time, the effort. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices. You can do great things, but it's going to be hard. Nobody ever said it's going to be easy, and I'm definitely not here to tell you it's going to be easy. Whatever your goal is, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to accomplish, you're going to have to put in a lot of time, effort, and energy. You know, the old saying, nothing worth having comes easy. It's true. I mean, it's just a fact. You have to go out there and you have to do the work. And you have a chance. You have your whole life in front of you. You just graduated from high school and you can literally go out into the world and become whoever you want to be. It's a beautiful place to be. I'm excited for you. I'm jealous of you. You're sitting in an incredible position. And you can sense the excitement. I'm giddy for you because I'm excited to see what you're going to go out there and accomplish in this world. And I know your families are just as excited. Your friends are there to help you, support you, and push you in the right direction. And I guess that would be my last message to you as well. Help each other out. Push each other to be even better than you are now. Because nobody can do it alone. It's going to take many people to make your dreams come true. And the more people you have supporting you, believing in you, and pushing you, the better off you're going to be. You guys have just accomplished something great, and you're off to do even greater things in the future. I thank you for letting me speak to you today, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplish in the future. So take a second, be proud, enjoy it, take it all in, and then ask yourself, what's next?
What's up, everybody? It's Kevon Looney here from the Golden State Warriors and Hamilton High School alumni. First of all, I just want to congratulate the class of 2020 for doing something special. You know, during these tough times where people got to stay at home, you guys got to learn online and can't be around your friends every day and it just not be able to be at school all the time. It's been tough on everybody, but you guys did something special by graduating. You know, this is a moment that you will remember for the rest of your life. I want you to celebrate today and enjoy this moment. You know, talk to your friends, talk to your teachers, enjoy all the things and go down memory lane and just treat this day so really special. You know, I remember my high school graduation is one of the biggest accomplishments of my life, something I worked all my life for, my parents are really proud of, and you know, it was really special to me. You know, I had a lot of opportunities to go to different schools out of state and do a lot of different things, but it was big for me to be able to walk across stage and be part of an MPS graduation and have my parents be there and have my family be there and be able to celebrate something special. So I just want to, again, congratulate this class of 2020 for doing something amazing and, you know, enjoy this moment. You know, I know you guys are probably worried about what's next, you know, where you're going to go to college and what you're going to do for the rest of your life, but take this moment to celebrate, thank your teachers, thank your parents, and just enjoy this moment. You know, I can't say that enough that, this is gonna be probably one of your best memories of your life. You know, when you get older and you're gonna be talking about the things you used to do in high school and all the friends you had, all the classes you had, all the lunch period times, all those talks with your friends that, you know, that's gonna last a lifetime. You know, enjoy the company of your fellow classmates. Y'all did this together. Y'all a special group of people, and I know you guys are gonna be the next leaders of the world. So, you know, enjoy your day and stay safe out here. You know, it's tough times for everybody, but you guys are the next leaders of this world, and I just want to continue to congratulate you guys on being great. And 2020, you guys did it.
Javante Allman, Demetria Anderson, Darie Ashford, Tiffany Bates, Michaeline Bennett, Jameis Blackwell, Kwamian Boatman, Renaya Bunkley, Varian Carter, Maria Castro, Dasani Cherry, Brianna Darby, Brianna Davis, Arletha Evans, Khalees Finch, Dion Garrett, Harvey Gandy, Destiny Gordon, Jatavia Green, Jada Haywood, Zaishanique Hood, Dejanay Jackson, Desiree Jackson, Avery Jackson Trepania, Lanaya Job, Byron Johnson, Fortel Johnson, Victoria and Victory Jordan, Isaiah Lavender, Andrew Long, Micaiah Long, Nassim Malik, Alasia Martin, Randy McClenny, Eliza McCraddock, Taya Miller, Giovanni Morris, Kenneth Morton, Tamilion Merle, Joseph Muskin, Israel Page. Aaliyah Rave. Essence Ross. Nicholas Robinson Carter. Shania Roth. Keon Russell. Quatirana Soroth. Christopher Smith. Florencia Smith. Angela Smith. Marcello Smith. Jawan Snipes. Jaquan Snipes. Mikhail Spivey. Tarji Thomas. Triesha Tucker. Darnisha Walker. Terrell Wallace. Devon Wilkes. Destiny Wright.
Graduates, please stand. Turn your tassels from right to left. By the authority vested in me by the Wisconsin Department of Public Instructions, the Milwaukee Board of School Directors, and by the Superintendent of Milwaukee Public Schools, I now declare you official graduates of the Milwaukee Public Schools. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor and joy to present to you the graduating class of North Division High School 2020. The class that survived the coronavirus. My students, congratulations.